Hi, welcome to the Catholic Workshop. And today we're going to be talking about anxiety.
And not depression, right?
And not depression. I think I'm seeing more people come in talking about these issues because of COVID, because of economy, family life, school, no school, what to do, disturbing
Yes.
our routine.
Personally, I dealt with anxiety, so it's a pretty real thing in my life that I've had to manage. I can see how not having control of different factors can affect anxiety level. Anxiety can stem from different things, right? For example, from childhood trauma. You know, a lot of those things that you experience as a child can come about, and you can experience anxiety because you haven't dealt with that trauma. Sometimes having control of situations can help us deal with anxiety. Maybe not overcome it, but deal with it. The reason why I'm saying that is because if you experience a trauma and you don't want to encounter it again, then your coping mechanism would be trying to control the environment so you don't re-experience that trauma again. So you can see that losing control of certain things can cause more anxiety.
I get anxious more is when my day-to-day routine is broken. I like routine. I like a set schedule. Doesn't necessarily mean I like to do every single thing the same time all the time, but I like a routine. And I always get anxious is when I have 2 or 3 things going on at the same time. We're trying to feeling rushed, going from one to another, and especially like pleasing people, like having a couple of people trying to please. So I'm pretty sure everyone is different, but I think anxiety is something that affects us all. It's part of our human condition. It's stress, and stress is something that is real. So how do we deal with stress?
One of the things that works for me, and I think it's known that prayer, hopefully we all start our morning with a daily prayer, just being able to set our mind to focus and to thank God for what we have at hand and for things that might come that we can't control. Prayer, but you mentioned something that it's really important for us humans to function, and that's routine. Having a routine, although that may differ day to day, at least you have an expectation of what's to come. Your day is laid out. Like, you know, you have to wake up, you have a mass, you have lunch, and then you have a gathering. You're already setting your mind up for those events versus, I don't know, I'm going to sleep until 10 a.m. and then I might eat or may not eat, like a bag of Cheetos. So those different examples give you a perspective of how having something to look forward to puts you in a position of action. You're making things happen versus inaction, where you're just letting the day go by, and at the end of the day you feel unproductive.
I think when you said prayer, the thing that came into my mind is, like, in the secular world, sometimes like the doctors or people in general, they won't say prayer, they'll say such thing as meditation. And even you'll see commercials that instead of seeing like the praying hands or something Christian, it'll be like yoga. If the secular world, which doesn't necessarily believe in God, sees a value in these things, then how much more fruitful is authentic prayer to help us with anxiety or whatever they should. All of my struggles with anxiety, I definitely prayed a lot more than I do now when things seems to be in check. That's just maybe human nature. And then the other one is that routine, like we said before. I like routine. I like set schedules as much as possible. Not that I'm rigid, but if I can help it, to me, the day goes better when I at least kind of know what's going to happen. And then the last one is
Gratitude.
Gratitude. It was the tip of my tongue. I knew it was gratitude. Because I think behind the gratitude is, well, accepting help, relationship with others, and realizing that I can't do it alone, or that I don't do it alone.
And also recognizing that whatever we have, we should be thankful for, because there are people dealing with harder situations. And sometimes we may put ourselves down or find ourselves anxious because we get in that habit of comparing our successes to other people. So then automatically, if you're not doing as well as someone else, you feel bad about yourself.
Yeah. That's the so-called Facebook syndrome, in which like a lot of people that struggle with depression, for example, and they go on Facebook and they see someone posting, oh, I went here, I went there, and they're having this incredible life, and they're saying, well, I'm not doing any of these things. They'll start to feel like they failed.
Yeah.
And I think that's social media has great things. Obviously, we're on social media. Social media can be beautiful, but it also has its traps. And I think if there are people that feel that way, they shouldn't be on social media.
A final one, and we can go on with positive things that we can focus on in order to overcome anxiety. But I think a final one, so we can keep it short, would be reaching out to a close friend, opening up to someone who cares about you. And I think people have those close friends, not necessarily opening up to everyone, but someone who you know cares and you can trust, because you don't have to take the burden all on your own. We're all struggling to some extent if we're honest.
Right. And I think the connection with being grateful is humility. Because only through humility can we even become grateful and to show gratitude, so that we can be gracious and accepting people's help. Or just accepting in general is a sign of humility. And then maybe sometimes people are not that accepting because they might think there might be something attached, like a gift with strings attached, or they don't want to owe favors, or and we kind of have this independent independent lifestyle. We're becoming more and more independent, and we value so much that independence that we forsake connection with others and our dependence on others.
But as human beings, we thrive on social connections. We should really take advantage of staying connected, I think, because you need people to pick you up, regardless of their circumstances. If someone's sick, a phone call. If someone can't make dinner, you have friends who do that.
And I probably think that probably in a time like this, that men probably struggle more with anxiety than women because of the connection, right? Because like most girls, they're born with a cell phone connected to their ears.
What are you talking about?
Girls talk a lot on the phone. They're more connected. And because guys not so much, they might feel ashamed of calling or talking.
I don't know. Is that a stat?
That's a fact.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you lying right now?
No, I'm not lying.
Okay. I don't know if that's a fact.
And with these facts, no, in time of anxiety, I think prayer and gratitude.
Prayer, setting a routine, being grateful, and maintaining your social connections, reaching out to people who care.
Yeah, I think that goes a very long way. But I think in that order. Because of course God is a relationship, and we make that personal relationship with Christ.
Yes.
All right, hope it helps. Thank you.